mazire already kuba tugenda Azam TV so abantu baitu abali mu Uganda abantu baitu aba Ford Patrol osobola kuba n'otutunga Azam TV kandi program zaitu zikuba zigenda maiso n'otutunga kiro kino mutekaniza program enu ndi Wadels TV nainganiza kandi na mugenzi wange nawe kamusaba banzara mukyeho abantu baitu
otyo muno Stephen wabale muno kuntangira a program egi a 4TV mugisa gwa mande ku mbungisa hano kandi nsaba abatorize mwebale kutoriza kandi maze mwikare mutangire no kwetu baiche twabaletara otyo muno.
Okay, wabale muno umnyoro Ruben kandi ugo umnyoro Ruben tumendise daktari musahu atalibana ba habo zo musahu ya abana barukora mu marwaru aga kujanzaba obwere bwenyene omuntu bakubarwe akiro kino daktari omuntu gwitu nugamba a manageable family twenda turoli omuntu nkaiwe daktari utwanduka za manageable family omuntu nasobora kukitegereza
otyo muno mutekaniza program a manageable family rundi family y'omuntu asobora kukora no kwakamanejinga nka akajimanaginga kurungi ekaba manageable family niya ico kwanza chabyona family nuko kusanga ngo umusaija no mukazi baterana hamu bakora ekinte kibeta family ruhango bwa blessing akabaha abana bakoleka ruhanga akaba blessing akabahe abana akaba umugisa akabahe ibintu nuko ebisobora kuba making happy aba abantu abatwire hamu nje kinte tweta family so ubutugenda ha manageable family omuza wita tuhulirizo ku manageable family nuko kusanga ngo wazara omuntu runda abantu abosobora kurorera rundi abasobora kwichaho obwetago bwabo mu rujunge kitweta basic needs kusanga ngo wafuna omukazi you are able okumurorera okamuha ibyo kuriya muka ukareta ibyo kujwara muka ukabayichaho ibintu bya buri kero basic needs ebikwetagisebwa muka obo kubino mugisofunira abana ukasanga ngo abana obine muka you are able to okubarorera okubaha ibyo kuriya those are basics okubaha okusoma bakasoma bakayikate certain level that you can abantu ukabafora happy omuka yaho that's how you are managing a family niyo omusije oteyeberwe ukagamba le kamfe niyo ukamaking sure you are happy omukazi al happy na abana bal happy obu kujya kuba making happy you are not strained rundu kusanga ngo nchikutwara buri kimu cyone cyo ine mbomezi bwawe no kukasangwe ralikirire ngo akoyena kubayichaho nangwa useme kuba nofuna abantu aba you are able to look after mu bintu byawe byoine oburabo inente itano runde ente mu muka neba hebikopo biri byamata that is very important ukasanga ngo zero abana babiri nikomanya ngo ebe binte byoine bisobora kubarorera kurungi bikabaherera bikabaha ibyo kujwara bikabaha batarwaro ba umwana bakurwara akajya mu irwaro you are able to pay medical bills that is a manageable family esarali
bike bikuroraho umuntu yokoso kurora ngo this is a manageable family ebyo umuntu waherwa so kuba naroraho alinywe aba swirangaine ngo family ne yesobora mu bintu byabyona ebyo kuba neko
echo kubanza chabyona arali omuntu no manyira nkangwe gi family ne besobora family echo kubanza chabyona nambere muri indicators ezo nizo zoleka ngo hata aba abantu ne besobora obo bali musaija okaswera omukazi omaking sure kurangu wafuna nambere okumuteka oborabo tasobora kweyombekera enju runda akaju ahosobora kumuteka oine mpangisa you are able to pay opangisa ukasanga ngo tibabirukyamo that's a very indicator yokubanza
nopangisa ojja kura ngo bambingire munzu.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so kiri important muno nko omusajja weena making sure ngu wafuna shelter rundi amaka ngokuteka mu mukazi. That's one indicator yokubanza. Indicator ya kabiri okulya. Okulya kintu muno kyamaana. Osanga ngu family nyingi mu Uganda, you can imagine in Uganda it is a very good country to depending on agriculture. It no sanga family and depending on 1 meal a day. So that's not a very good indicator. A very good indicator, this is a manageable family, you are able to give food. Abantu abo nambere obeyi. Oborabo ina abantu batano muka, you are able mwine kulya. Egi indicator ya kabiri yokuoleka ngu this is a manageable family. Abantu bafuna 1 meal a day. So omuntu musemukwa nfuna 3 meals a day. So obosanga ngu family nimufune kya nyencha, nimufune kya msana, nimufune kya kiro. That's another indicator which is very important. Indicator ndi muteganiza program eri education. Education abana kuba education. Kasto sanga family omu abantu abalumu tabakuja isomero to attain knowledge, to attain wisdom eyo kubabesa okusanga nabo they are competing in this educated world. Egi indicator nereka ngo family te manageable. Obuntorora nka musajja head of the family.
Yeah, true.
Ekinte cha kana mutekaniza program kiri medical bills. Kusanga ngu omuntu wawe asobora kurwara and you have nothing to do. Nosanga omuntu mwine muko omuntu arweire abantu
omusajja atunulire tene kyasokora omukazi nawe asobirwe tene kyasobora gukora n'omwana tene kyasobora gukora bona baliaho batunulire balinzire abamu ne bagamba turi mukusaba
atito abasawo tukira muno kufuna ebizibu mu marwaro. Omuzire nakuletera omwana we alikuba arweire, you are just notandikiraho kujanjaba obo kutaking a bill. Odi nakugamba tine kinyine. And you cannot arrest them. So indicator yukubanza making sure that you can afford medical bills. These immediate medical bills. Omwana yarwara bamutwara clinic ba testinga malaria bamuhaye ko atem bamuhaye nebindi you are able to pay that. Because alho no tokuja kwirukira government at night. Nangu.
And sometimes allo hakasumi akosoka yiriko kagenda irwaro ahele center no sanga mbazi night and bagambire mebazi teroho twine kisoko kora tukibera konka no bakuleka no genda.
So family is manageable. You must be able to save something that can save you obokuvoroid. So
hatikyo mnyoro Ruben chama nsaki hali umuntu wito wakubanarora program yen.
Omutekaniza program ekinchikwegesaki ngu obokuba most especially omuzaire omukazi rundo omusajja namberoloko ekinchikoleka ngu obokuba byona byokuba nokora byona kwerumwe kokuboine make sure that you save something so that you are able to afford at least kateito obokuja irwaro omusawo takuja kuhura
kutandikira at least naso kusaba obukiranje tagisanke emitwalo nka 10 agamba teka emitwalo 3 no kwendi orasigara no sale
no kube emitwalo 2 you can convince omusawo na amanya anyway they are going to come.
Okay.
That is very important. Omuhujizo wa kutorora make sure you are saving akantu kateito to save you.
There are people who have a bad culture. You may call it a bad culture. I don't know if it is bad. It may be good for them. Akutunga sente akasente kona akakutunga nakalya nakahuwa nibakora kirukinu ezibarukutunga niziriwa nizihuwa na nyeje nibagenda norora omusajja nabalimuka emini atuzira hamulimo omukazi natere esimu mwami tulimuka kuno tune cyokulya rundo bokora otosigire kintu hamezo obo omusajja nabatasigiro sentalo manyere sometimes obogenda okakora sente skale mesa ukasiga maybe nke 200 ugamba kangende ndasera zine 200 zibereza abana mata kunywa baitu hagati yaho ujja kusanga na itagiswe cya musana kanti yataga maybe gura hafi yenyama nkyetaaga maybe ogura ebihimba bwanolya ebihimba ebinyobwa kandi nabyo ebintu bitembere kilo y'ebinyobwa sinka sanju noyetaaga 35 noyetaaga orunyanya noyetaaga obutunguru noyetaaga binzari then hatoyina kwetaaga omuceeri abakulya omuceeri alo noyetaaga oburo rundi obuhunga rundi ekitooke baitu omusajja natazina hati omukazi nateera esimu nagamba omuyorobe ninyenda nitwetaaga ekyokulya lunch tutuyina hati nosanga the system runs like that buli kaire omukazi either omusajja ayine kyasigira hameza rundi omukazi nateera esimu ezakozere nakoraki nazimusindikira
ya omutekaniza wa program tuyine ekintu ekitweta communication skills rundi olulimi olutukozesa maka gaitu emibalize emibalize yitu abamu nosanga we are not respecting one another.
Yeah, true.
Nosanga ngu omukazi takuteka mu musajja okitenesa rundi omusajja nawe abakugamba abamubalize kubi nomanya arali itu nk'abasajja ruhanga kukuyangira omusajja wena ayenda omuntu kumekitenesa so the moment na rugo wange muka omukazi andabize amaiso rundi hine tufino obutekiranganiza na rugo nagenda trust me omukazi bwarankurasa esimu neja kubeta linungi my interpretation neja kubeta linungi so the moment bwarantera akasima kagamba wait daddy nanka habwako tansigire sente zino my interpretation rundi kokunda actuara nikija nkitwaza kubi and which is a very bad thing in our families so communication ebe bintu byona ndibikora watu wazota but omukazi bwaraba nyenchakara ya kutegekera akachai yamara kwa akachai because this is how we should live yamara kwa akachai ya kugambera ngo beitu ekyokulya abana tubeine ronda hano twine ekyokulya trust me aralo bwarabwene 50 ojja kuzireka but the moment omusajja yaruga mukawa atasemereirwe nojja kumukurasa esimu na kugamba ati nyine sente yet he has his 10,000
but we're looking at a family that is not in conflict.
Yes.
Tubaina kizibu kiona tubatokere tubakozeke mbalize nibabaza kurungi baitu baina system yabo yo kugamba ngo buli kasumi nibakoraki nibagura nyenchi ya buli kilo they depend on the market.
No mukulembezi wihanga ikarana akibaza kinu nti families okusanga that for us to depending ha sente in fact kulia sente it is not a good culture halitwe so omuntu wena namberaba most especially nk'abantu abava mu Kampala nosanga omuntu ine emeri bakupakinga kuruga mu kyalo babanza bagija bagistokinga so nito nambere tuli it is not a good idea kusanga aitwe reka tuli akasente konka noja no kusanga na balance diet etaro
actually wabazaho iki kintu daktari ekyo gamba ngo oine ekyokulya wakihamuka baleta nkensawo y'ebitoke undi ekitakuli bakiya mu kyaro bakireta kuno hakibale bakuletera hano mu tawuni yawo baitu nosanga ngo ala abantu abakuba batandikira amaka baitu omukazi takwikiriza genda kukoraki kugenda mu kyaro kulima like on a weekend or maybe omukazi obwara batarukukora tene mulimo gwarukora hano mutano gamba ngo leka ngende mu kyaro nkole kindime nke bitakuli nkebi uruni ndemere bitoke nuko hanyuma y'ebiro bibiri bisatu abariyo ekyakana cyakatana akimalenka akimale no musije mutawuni musanga eki abakazi abakiro bingi tabakora kitabo kucyenda na yenda ikala hano mutawuni kandi akasumi nikahika bana nibenda kusoma nibenda kulya nibenda na wenka na yenda kulya musije nibenda kwebe isaho bitu nosanga ebyo musije omukazi takukora kitakubonde omukazi cyarukora nuko kurara ngo natunga sente kuruga mu musije zo buli cyokuri kudemani ngo musije kinu ninyenda bitu tayina okugonza kugama mukangena mu cyaro nanyo ngire kinakora hivi
echo arali cyakabi muno it is too risky hakuba obumezi buona na mbere tuba we don't depend on one meal na mbere tuba buona tutambura bakuga advisinga to eat on a balanced diet hati ala hakasume karahika osanga that you are not able to buy a certain food type akasume kahike you are just depending on rice and posho you can't afford to buy matoke You can't afford to buy Irish. You can't afford to balance your meal. It is too risky. So,
actually imagine a situation whereby you are the breadwinner. Niyo kuleta buli kintu muka buli kaire kona niyo gura sukali, niyo gura amata, niyo gura kibiriti, niyo gura buli kintu cyona. Then akaire kahika kwatu wakoraki warwara. Wabyama hustle like for a week.
Exactly.
Now what happens to that family?
They can't. They can't afford.
So that's what we are trying to look at.
They can't afford. So it is very important family yokuba manageable family nke omuto butukwazaho kero kino to make sure you have a certain type over a place nambere osobora kuba otireyo obuntu obutito busobora kuberaho. It is like a saving also. Ubokuba oine akabera kebitoke, oine kitakuli, oine obulaya, akwale hakasuma kakuhika, there is inflation. Like at the moment there is poverty. Abantu in the center at the moment. Mukampala no sanga abantu they depend on one meal. Rice.
Even here in Fort Portal, not in Kampala.
Yes.
Don't take it to Kampala, even here in Fort Portal.
Usanga
abantu na imukanye nchakara, nalia ekyalire maybe nalia ekikomando, kiryandazi, na chai ni yakusibira. Then na ingera kulya rwebajo, rwebajo na so kulya nkomuhogo, na ngo nakunyusa chai. Ebintu nkebyo no sanga ekintu nasibire ekintu ekihuri ekikimunya musana takukoraki tarukurya. And then again, I don't know if it has health implication.
Yeah, it is. It has. In fact, of course, depending on one meal, they started growth ban. Niyo kenyino omuntu niwe no itaga ebirunge bisobora kwemerera no sanga you're not healthy at all. Okusanga no depending on a certain kind of meal. So nterera abantu
actually abantu barwana ulcers.
Yes,
namanyira wire ulcers na ikara evoya bintu kubi tarukumanye evoya bireserweki and kuno evoya bireserweki kuri omuntu yogugumu unukulya ebyokulya birumu a lot of oil, ebyokulya birumu a lot of starch, something like that.
Science wise na bakugambye in fact obokulya hakiwuro kimu ni accumulating acids in your stomach. And once it accumulates acids in your stomach no funa ulcers. Rundi no funa ebihowa ya munda.
So acid ne mara ne yochye byenda.
Ne yochye byenda and noba omuntu arwara ulcers per day. So we encourage nambe hona tukuraba. Nti akiro buraba uli musija you have decided to marry. Plan. Manyangu nyina ha akabira kanga akateito where I can get food. Waso kwa muko wanyu mchara. Hakuba somewhere over a friend. Rent this small thing. You take you ebitoke muhogo. Take something that can save you at a certain time. Hakoso kwa nolisanga nyoni mfuno msari. But there's a time when your organization cannot pay for 3 months.
Like organizations that were affected by the US Trump's policy.
Yes.
Ate gama hati moto emiezi esatu kyasindika sente.
Atobora sanga.
Kandi kibeki tongole depending on donation from the US. Now what happens?
That's the
nimoleka kukora nimbanza kulinda amezi asatu gahuweho even amezi asatu garahuwaho you don't know what will happen.
Yes. So ntuterera abantu oborabo you have decided to start a family, know that because the family
does it call for investment like when you start a family?
Yes, it should be and it should. Osemekwa no funa something where you are investing something. Omanye ngu aitutambura oburambwensa arali bugenda ups and down. Kero kinu birikubi nyencha biri somehow the other day
there is a lot of fluctuation.
Yes. So you need
life,
plan.
yeah.
You need plan. Hakuba noja kubolinka hanu orutaro ohure ngwe bizimbe bihireho we don't have no shelter now people are running there and there they are staying in a certain place and the government cannot provide everything for you. Bitobokusanga that you have maybe in the middle na mbere ekibomo kitatire you can go there.
Or you have saved, you can run to Masaka and then you start a business, like a small business. Either kukuchumba chapati, over kaki, kukusubuli byenzu, no sanga watandikira mpora. I was reading a story. There is a lady from Ukraine, and because of the war, she had to run. The mother had to run to a different place, but they were communicating. The daughter had to run to the United States. And the United States, now she starts a salon, and she's doing well. But she had the money on the on the account. So if she did not save, I think the situation will be very worse.
Yeah, family ezokusanga ngu ekitokora ncho tukulya. I don't know which term we can put. Kusanga ngu ekyokora ncho kulya. You are working bitu akokora nikokulisa family. That's very risky and very dangerous to your family and to yourself. Because wagamba haba disaster yona, you will not survive. Noja kuba okuswara konka nokuja kubaho.
It may not be a disaster, it can be a sickness.
Yes, it can be a sickness. Kukutuagamba ngwirwaro, sometimes nobolia omukazi na arwara na kwata kuzara. And remember, you have not saved anything. So hati nkiwo nko museija, that is not the family that we are talking about.
You talked about we are looking at managing your family. And there are people who produce. And how do I call it? Usanga omuntu nazara, baitu takubalira what may happen in the future. Takumanye kiraruga mukaso mumaiso nazara nanagaye nazara nagaya mukisenye nazara agenda ngoma azireyo moja kusanga kasusu azireyo uje kura agenzere cyenjojo bagenda mu workshop na azireyo ainireke abana binka ubundi kama 20 naki bitu nazara nateka yuko. What we call sometimes children not by choice. It is sometimes incidental no ole nagenda na correct nazara maybe nagenda kutera na ubuno na kapia tarukajwa baitar kumanya kiki kurugamu recently tukabantu last week kiro cyakana tukatu in program eno one of the doctor said that ngo ekirungo cy'abaseija ngo spam zao ziri so generous. You know what we mean by generous? Zinekisa cyamane muno niso kwereza omwana niso kwereza oburwaire n'ebintu nk'ebyo. So alo omuntu wagenda mu kintu nk'ekyo bitu nosanga takoraki takiplanningira takitegekera. Now what advice would you give to such?
Ntakabira advice arali tuine enye tuwazembi aba namuno abasaiji. We think ntobo kubotazira aheru toli musaija and aliho munywano wanga kiragamba nguwa ine kuzara aheru, you never know. Ngogo mwana so kuzara uyu mwana omugezi muno osanga ngunwe yamuyamba mbwire bombe
kumasa munywano wa mudomo so na indagenda aheru atunge yamagezi.
Exactly. So
like someone was black and said they have to go out and lose black and say they have to go out and look for a white partner who is brown so that they can make mix. Now someone I said abako teikara na muntu wakwiragura ogu ukaswera kwiragura nukumpakora kimunenyo mukarora kimungu your genesis na bemurugire mwiragura kandi nabana bakurugamu nabone bakoraki nabone biragura bakora ikika ekirungi.
That's a bad culture because nikija kutalibaniza kandi kitalibaniza na lifestyle yona life yawe ya family yawe because of okusanga wiruka wazara kuli and you are not able to support abasajja bingi we are not able to support iwe nikara kastazarayo, that is all. Abakaza bingi chokuranga bagamba abasajja ambwa because they cannot, because omusajja kastabiyama n'omukazi and omukazi the ovaries are ready to receive the sperms. Eventual fertilization takes place and he gets pregnant. And once you become pregnant, ruhanga najja kuhereza omwana. But that child unamara kuwa, am I able to support you?
To support the child.
Omwana tinkuja kumusomesa,
take care.
Tinkuja kubaha ebyokulya, you will suffer with your family, usanga niwe ne burdens ezindi, and at the end of that day, omwana nijja kwa nibubana bakura mu streets and they are they have.
Or if they are not on the streets, they are the people who are stealing.
You are stealing.
Abakuyora kura ne beiva ne bagenda maybe mu wamalaya abukwa buzuru cyokora na gamba nyo kangene ko ikintu.
Yeah, it is not really bad, it is a bad culture. Abasajja nimbaterera there. You need to have to be focused. To be focused, plan, make a planning. Ikara hansi o ikara no mukazi wawe mugando, we're going to produce 5 children and this is how we're going to save. In 5 years time to come, we are going to be here. Abana binu, we are able to bakurwara, we are able to support them at the hospital. Abana tuine kubatwara basome, abana tuine kubaichao what they need. And we are able to support ourselves. Because the moment you stay in environment itakuletera happiness, that's very risky. Noja kufa bwangu nk'omusaiza. You not abazungu nimbarora. They die at emyaka emikuru muno.
Chenda
chikumi. But here you die at 45. You die at 50. But because we live under stress.
Yeah, stress musanga netalabaniza muno. Hati stress sometimes nereteza bwamaka.
Muno. Majali. Yes. Majali amaka mengi umutekanizo wa program nigaleta stress. Why? We have poor planning. Kastokola poor planning, you have not saved anything and their basic needs which you cannot run away. Hakuba tokujja kubaho takulya kusula. Tokujja kubaho tine byokuli. Tokujja kubaho mukazi atakujwala. Tokujja kubaho tine nambera mukwikala. And I want you to imagine oli oine eka beitu iwe no mukazi tumusaswire rent for 3 months. And you think you can run out of that stress? You can't. So amaka mengi we are under stress because planning kurungi. Rundi halo circumstances zizire zasanga tutuli kurungi and zatu affecting lakini. So we would suggest ntobo kuba umazire kufuna mukazi make a saving. At least nyonkera muno kuhabura banywana bange if you want to be rich lekamba amagezi gana abakutorora. If you want to be called a rich person, do this. Make a saving, at least fight hard to making sure that account yawe wafuna ho 1 million. Account. Iwe teko millionaire, atalo muntu akubanja, atalo muntu wena akubanja, gitekeo. From that day, yuramara gitekeo pa, you a rich person.
But even the center of where account can
yes.
interest. If the interest is there, the interest is more.
Iwo borabolengero kuzifighting ya wazifuna emtwaro 10 wagiteka account, then you are able to make 500 more in 6 months.
How?
Arali obokuba oyine chokora katugambe ngabantu abakuhaninga over katugambe mitwaro 30 a month. You are able to receiving mitwaro 30 a month hamle mugwawe. Byona biweiro urundo roleriye family wakora buri kimu sigizaho mitwaro 10. Biye mitwaro 20 na family yawe. Sigazaho mitwaro nga 10. Gisaving. Iwe gibi jahule abako ine target yo kuhitinga a 1 year 1 million. In 10 months time obokano okulecho katusabe ruhanga ati yakuletera ebizibe ebinde bisoko zitwara. Noja kuba ine mitwaro 10 in 10 months time. Ege mitwaro 10 bukwera account, you can go anywhere mubara rundi somewhere and you sit with rich people. Kandi kastofuna sente
araje ubagenda mbara and wikara nabagaiga ko tanka kunya and sente wazinyi
to kuija kuzinywa busi ni chakuletera araje.
Yes.
If you have your 1 million on your account omuza program obakuba yo anyone akutunda account, they will look for you. Because obukuine millionaire asaw hakaba yo muntu akutundente and you yija wagamba nangwa nyine cha mitwara 5 but I can get for you mitwara 5 in 2 months time. Ogo muntu noja kumusaving and will give you that cow. And the moment bakumanya you are living in such a kind of situation, then you know kwita mugeiga cha. Kandi there is nothing echikuha omuntu peace. Obusinge nko omuntu ine mwa bakuruta mugeiga owainam katayi. But the moment we are failing to save such a kind of small money,
actually obwiro bumu obolya mu kyaro ojja kuroli atungire kizibu natonde embuzi nagitune mitwaro nka 25. Omukazi agenzere mu irwaro naenda kuzara bitisente tayina nagitune mitwaro 25. Obu nagitune mitwaro 30 nokuze kuliza hati anu kwiruka no gana account no gamba kanye mitwaro 30 ngene ngule embuzi ya yola
bahana kashego no ba halfway
nukwa kumalira ojja kusanga yazale embuzi yezo yazale embuzi ibi. And you start from there.
Obokuba ochwiremo to make a family omuhuriza program, make sure you make a small saving. You zahule you struggle 1 year or making sure you're saving 1 million at your pocket.
Actually kiwagamba ngindwa nikora doctor alahabantu nosanga mu community yitu twikaramu omuntu atakwenda ekintu ekyo kusavinga ekyo
yes
tuyina zino za village savings and credit associations nambere gamba hakyaro hanu njara itoka tugende tukoleki abantu kiro kya sande oba kiro kya katano rwebajyo abantu bagenda basavinga 10 15 oba mutwaro gumu kandi umuntu nabazina bitu nagamba ati correct nkujya aba barukujyayo babuzuru yo gukora aba barukujyayo mbagenda kutera urugambo urwanju abantu nkabo.
But of course bine kimanya such a kind of people nti omunsi nune itwine egi we need people twetaga abantu and obu twetaga abantu tubetaga muki abantu no basoko okusinga alali once waba stable ntinyine abanywani obu gwahe kizibu where can I run to akwali yuna abantu alali no bwakugwahe kizibu he doesn't speak nibija kumusanga muka abayonka abandi abantu bije bagamba omwana habwaka arweire we have nothing to do. That's very bad. Bitobo kusanga mwine such a kind of groups musono okusavinga kutali important bitu nibakumaya that we are responsible person in the community ekichonka nchikuhamana
there is even emotion and social support
nimuja kwa mulinkaho abantu baliyaho muri akitebe muri mukusavinga muri mukora you are talking omuntu agambire something which can build you ekusobora ku making sure taking a step. So to avoid joining organizations in the community in the villages, it is very worst. It is very bad. Akuba aba abantu, they are the people we are staying with. They are the people who can solve your problems. They are people who nobo ferirwe. They are the people who run to you. Abara kwa company. Imagine nobo kufero ukasanga people are fearing to come at your place. Mu communities na mbere tuba abantu togira obumu. And by the way aba abantu babataito akwa na abantu kusanga takuterana na abantu icyaro kimutiyena
kusanga nabamutiyena asokuba nabaza baitu
takwenda kujoininga
takugenda mu group nkezo baitu musaija abaza oba mukazi abaza baitu mu group ezitakujam kandi orufuni rubaho twaferwa oba tuino bgenye niwe nambe game kubanza genda kora kikwiruka kujja gukora imirimo kutekaniza n'ebintu ebindi baitu okikwiza atigambo cyo kweteranisa hamwe tukole pool tugambe ngo tusere yakasente akasoko tuyamara gamba abo basuma basere byabo abo mbagenda kubaza urugambo kutera urugambo abantu nkabo kandi nosanga ngo kugambire enkurakorana neba mabukate ne saving culture turozere group nkezo nizibanisomesa abantu ibintu bitali bimwe nabyo basomesa zamwe ngeso alo kubaza umuntu takumanya kubaza mu bantu kemera kaguze kikaguzo dosanga nikimulema bitu nayegera mu bintu nkebyo then alo abakwegera mu kuhandika basoko ko mubuni ko kumuhandika irundiki no kwandika amabara rugamba umuhandika amabara onoja kusavinga handiki ibara ryawo rundi mu attendance no sanga umuntu nakora kinayegera mu bintu bingi bitabukira ubwingi nagamba ati ndukora ikintu bijambo then alo emotional support nambe kusanga ngo akaira kwa akayikire abantu abo bali nayiwe basemererwa nayiwe nibara nayiwe abo kuba baba nayiwe obwire bwona nibakutwara kintu kikuru muno betati oli omuntu nakirora ngo ugenda okusisa bwire ugenda kutera urwanju n'ebintu ebindi
in nature alho abantu aba reserved like kibo they are reserved, they don't want to join any congregation baba bunga however much tibakuchukora ngo
they are reserved or are they conservative or
yeah, such a kind of but conservative, they have money, they have everything, they are happy with their families, but tokubaleta mu ebintu nkebyo kujoininga na abantu abingi they don't like
so sometimes maybe abantu abatina abantu
yes allow yes na arali nambe tukuro alokusanga ngo omwana naibata kule na bazirebe and tiafuna that maternal love naba introvert like ebi abana bienda wenkawe is reserved like naba conservative naba soki na about life so abantu nkabo no babaye osanga ngu takwenda abantu bingi it is all about psychology ya abantu alokusanga umuntu is happy, you want to join the community alimu abantu no barombyaka ubugamba tugende tusero umutezo wa campaign inganiza aro kwasirira but there are people who take the time no mugamba we have a campaign, let me think about it, so there
or maybe sometimes nagamba I don't have time,
I
don't go into those things
yes So there are people who reserved. They have it all, but nka community we don't encourage such a kind of personality. However, or in every but you need at one time you need that person. Kuba so kwemarira nkaitwe nka abantu twetaaga abantu kutujoininga twetaaga abantu kuba naitwe nibakusupportinga social, I mean psychologically, they support you emotionally, they support you financially. We need one another. So okuterana hamu, kubaza hamu, kusavinga in a certain group, it is very, very important for you, a person who is in the community. Don't be reserved because you have money, you have it all, but try your level best of joining a community. It is very, very important for you.
Take part at least.
Yes,
you know, sometimes alone a community, bali mkulimo urgude, usangole na avietaba munagamba pakambe mbito. Aluhondi, bali mkulimo urgude, and it is a community road. Na hayo sent. Yeah, it's good. Akira zirezi jagura abantu usera, baitu alo atakwizira yukimu. Akimanyire, tarukwide runazinduka kara na agenda. Obwara watazindukire, muka takurugayo. Na byama because nosanga kimutali shosho kandi teine nkoragana na abantu takwenda kweteraniza nabo obwire bwona na ikara yokwasira yokwasiri
because tikiba kirungi, because at the moment katugambe ngu you are such a kind of person kandi abantu bijja bakutahira kwiba obwatere nduru, maybe people
ya kwanu ukora,
you know, abantu basokutina no kwijo wabo
anu bukutere nduru baga no bawa dero ogwekara byamerera kai marire.
So it is not good that nobora boli yo kuno itwara in that way. Try your level best to be with the community.
Okay.
Try your level best gathering na abantu in a community. Find it at least in a week or in a month. Do it once. It is very okay. It is healthy.
Yeah, actually nk'abantu barukora nk'inywe during the weekend, kiro kya katano warugera hamuzigiti wataha togaruka hamulimo oba kiro kya mukaga nurubata mu bantu no basura mpora no nabo no yitegeza ke kuba nikigenda maiso no osogena ku trading center ko mu sobora genda mu byaro no baraba mu mpora no baramu mpora kurora ngo abantu bakora bakwetegereza ngo le nabo
obayo oba mutabani wananga oba musije wananga. Yeah, it is very, very important.
Yeah, true.
Tugire na abantu abamu kusanga ngo aralo ina hano mulimo family yawe is a distant family.
Yeah.
No sanga onokora no fotopoto but in Kampala. Aliyo ekinte kitweta family nebu ukoroka korota you are working for that family. At a certain time you need that family. So
and the family also needs you.
Yeah, the family also needs you.
Yeah,
when kugenda ukamitinga abana, you must make happy your family.
And yes, you can meet your family, but then when you are unable, do you try to call?
Do you try to call?
Like you make an attempt to call, or maybe send a voiceover and I say a voice note and they say maybe ndukubi ndukurungi muri mutoko obusinge buri buta ebintu nkebyo bitoli amazere gendo bwakubabuzira buzire muri yongera kumbona nagaruka.
For example, like me, when I was in Kampala, in my unali maze kuswera ntakabire stable ntakafuna kasente, it was a struggle. It was a struggle. Ninkora Kampala, my family is in Fort Portal, so ebintu bikane sanga in a month. I go there once, I go there twice. No sanga you cannot move because to innocent. But alo munywano wanga kiji ampa magezi ya gambo manyi that family no kuba no koraki eg family is what is makes you your family ni yokora iwo no buraja hanu mukampara ukakurota but you need that person uine kuba na family yao because ni bokora no bora korota you need them. So nachwamu nagamba now after 2 weeks I must be with my family. No kubatwara n'abana bandoleho n'abana tuzaneho, which is very healthy kandi which is important. No bano okora family happy, abana bakumanye, you talk with your wife, you talk with your family, no barora betagaki, even no sono kumanya obuzibu buvo. No sanga nko musijja atamanyire mukazi we bizibe mbaho. They are there but they don't know each other, they have never shared, and which is not good. So mwine kusharinga, you create happiness with your family members omara mwene yabandi, try to make a meeting, let you hear from children, bizibuke bakusanga, try to socialize with them. And nikija kuyamba chikuha amani no kurakuranza family yao.
About the managing a family, how do you understand goal setting?
Goal setting. Goal setting.
And how can it be applied?
Umutekaniza program, kasta okora family, you must have objectives. You must set goals, what you want to achieve. And most especially in kabantu umaze kufuna omukazi omusajja, it is sitting down nemukora ebintu nimukora akapapuri, in fact
nimukora agenda,
nimukora agenda.
Yeah.
In 1 year time ntwenda kweroranka, what shall we get? You set objectives. Omukazi wawo baraba mukama kwira omukazi ali mukora, you sit down mukore okuhandika that at this time ntujja kubantu lya ziti we are saving this amount. Where do we want to see ourselves in 5 years time? Oba politician bijja bakora campaign yitwe nkabazaire, yitwe nkabana, yitwe nka omusajja n'omukazi, in that 5 time ntwenda ku achieving it. So you sit down, you make a goal. Let me say kini nchanka example ntire katuguli taka like 1 hectare of land in 1 year. So omukora 1 hectare of land twetaga sente ntuziha mukusavinga. Oboraba otakusobora to make a saving, you can make a loan.
We can get a loan.
Yes.
And when I get a loan, I can
you buy land.
Do reservicing it.
Yes, you buy land.
This one services it. Yes. You also service.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mukola a combined effort. Musobole okwekiza. That's setting a goal. So omukuba in a family utakoze objectives, then that family, I think it is a failed family. Because you must have omuntu wena funa ekirubirirwa. I don't know murutoro kala kikire. Ogira ekintu kyowenda kwa achieving.
Ekyokurwanira.
Oine ekintu
ekyokwenda kurwanira kutunga mukasumuka ko mumaiso. Like in 1 year mu mwaka gumu omu tusobora kutunga muki.
Yes.
Mu myaka 2, mu myaka 3, kura myaka 5 omwana witu barabali ati ntwijja kubantu tutunga muki ekintu nkeke. So sometimes maybe abantu bano abajungu banatinda kumanya bali bakatukira oba nito twabakizire tindu kumanya ito no sango biro wengi we don't do plan abikinto bikiro wengi tukwasala tukwasa mukamara akoraki mukamara akora mukamara alisa nja kulya mukamatalo sana kinyonyi nabwo kinyonyi cyo kisobora kugamba ngo nikisoko rugana kitera nikibata ngenda cyenjojo nikirwana yoburo nikirugwa nkigenda kibito nikitangatanga nebinyobwa nikirugwa nkigenda nka rwimi nikisanga ebicoli ekintu nkeke but hati abantu abo omuntu warkwerogo obwakuba naje kutandika amaka first of all inakumanya nyonyi no mulimo nyine kintu ekinkutunga ekinkuja kuya musenti. How am I going to sustain this family? That one is very, very important.
Naenda kumanya which kind of job do you have?
What type of job do you have? And how much are you getting? Then out of how much, this is how this is the amount that I'm going to be saving. Send the ziti, you plan ngati yo mkazi no saving au gazeti nyo mkazi ni saving au ziti. Then they plan for the children. Nichokurana some banks or financial institutions zizire no gamba they are saving for children. A baby's account or maybe a child account. In a school fees account so that they save alyogo mwana waleka mkutandika kusoma. Nko wao hati myaka 3 hivi. 3. Osombo alijagenda kutandika kusoma primary kumara primary myaka 5. You have saved something. That one is as a result of what? Of setting goals as a family. But without doing that, and what they have seen, much as you earn, you could maybe getting $1 million or maybe 500,000. Ondi na tunge mtwaro nkago, ondi ya 5, ondi ya 3, ondi zinga, atakusevinga rundi tene chakwa hora na kimu. Umwezi nungu sente nizuhuwa. Ogwa kabiri nugwikane nizuongere na zitunga nizigenda. Nizuka nizigenda anusanga usakantu kuona kakozeleki. Ako yahwire nekiro neke na kimu. And what amuses me, ng'omuntu naaba nakora akahundaire mu katare nakora amagoba g'emitwaro ubwo mutwaro gumu oba ine 10 ezo 5 na saving ya 10 ezo 3 nosanga ha mwaka ine kitu kyakozere kiri akutunga miliyoni gumu.
And I think ine kyobalizeho that abantu abamu ale ebintu ba masteringire ugamba inkira kubleminga muno Christian leaders kusanga ngubo bijja bagamba abantu bitu tubabahikira amananu genyine babeserekamu Jesus akabali mukozi neisewe akabali mukozi
actually ukamba bijemba
bakabali babizemba and there is no way ayuhanga kugambira ngunoja kwikara kuyambe no God helps God in fact God gives you a favor the work of your hands umuntu wena atakora you cannot achieve anything. So abantu baita bakubulira enjiri ogendo keepingira abantu in all time in the church it is also too risky. Abantu simukano bahamu time to go and work because I remember David obwakaba bali mukumukuza when ruhango bayanamutekaniza to be king. David yali mulisa na ali sibsoro entamu he was working and God yamuhera mu mugisa yatandika kusuna enanga. David akaba musunu wenanga by the time akali mukulisa kana suna enanga. So ruhanga sobora kuhera mugisa mukinde chokora ruhanga must blesses you number road bituranga takuja kusanga number otine chokora and blesses you. So na Biblia kibazi so abantu bita ababayo bagesa abantu makanisa maki tubegise kukora we need to encourage them to work ruhanga abasange emirimo y'abakwana bakora abahera mu mugisa. That's what is important. Bitugamba let us go in the church we pray and God will give us
sangana basabira kimukuruganye njakara nyamusana rwe bajyo baliyomu ekiro baliyomu nibasaba baitu tubakwereza omuntu akagisa ko kumusomesa gamba ngugiro ekintu kiwakora ijahanu osabe nukomale kusaba ugendo koleki ugendo okoli nuko nyencho ngero garuko jo wonge rundo jo sime baitu no wandi na ikara nimusaba then na asabe bihongo milete bihongo.
In fact and God tells you that you must give a tithe. Tithe no giha once you stay there
kimche
10 no kihanka
utakoze
God's command oinekora. So if you have okozere within a year give a tithe or within a month give a tithe. But you cannot give a tithe when you are not working. So tuinekwegesa kora we must have something that we're doing as any other human being in this world.
Okay. Wakubana turora tuli ha Fort TV tuli hano mu rugaro wito wa Fort Portal Tourism City kandi also genda YouTube noja kwa notutunga Facebook notutunga from my mobile noja kwa notunga yo TV channels no tuli hamwe naiwe my channels TV Uganda nituba tuli hamwe na TV Uganda channels tujja kuba tuli hamwe noja kwa notutunga ekiyomgiso murungi tuli hana Azam TV noja kuba nogenda Azam zera channel ya Fort TV noja kuba notunga programs enungi sports nzija kuba za vya culture ebintu byone mizane yo kujja kuba noyenda yona noja kuba nogitunga mu aho kandi osobora kutunga no genda no downloadinga Fort TV app na Google Play noja kuba no tutunga Google Play Store anoja kuba no tutunga kandi nora program zitakwisana zitarukwisana izirunge zikuba nezikusemeza kandi you stay entertained obwire bwana no bano semererwa nibakwereza ibintu bikusemeza program ezirungi imizani enungi ebintu birungi bikwani bijja stories enungi zo kuba no tunga kuruga hano ha Fort TV kirokino tuli program ya buli cyakana kutandika saa 2 kweta family clinic kandi tubazaho okutunga eka eyosobora kusobora managing a family. Turora tusemeri abantu ababiri yabo omuseije omukazi basemeri kuba batunga eka eyiba kuba nibasobora omuseija omukazi bekara hamwe nibategekera eka yabo what we call planning nibagera agenda setting nibagamba ngo hati twikare ntwenda kino na kino bakiteeka rupapura. Sometimes abandi basanga baina diary rundi bahandika na cyahura nagamba guno mwezi mwaka guno tujja kukora mukino na kino buli mwezi ukwa nikihika nibatikinga omwezi niguhika nibatikinga iki niyo kurora eke kuba negenda mu maiso and ibintu bya finance bino kuba abantu kuba nibakoragana hamu balire loan mukuruga mu banka rundi kuruga nkahona nosanga umusijja n'omukazi mbayikara bakoragana bagamba leka tusasule kino na kino and then having kurora gutunga abana amusobora kurorera health wise musoko kubajanjaba much as government na yeroho iti ekozera marwaro alumwembe bazi sometimes alotuga marwaro nosanga embassy tell you baitu yes embassy ne hwamu abokuwa demand ya iguru muno baitu iyo ine capacity mukazi rundi omusajja rundi ege family ine capacity kuraya software umwana ogu mwirwaro in a private hospital a private clinic kuranga umwana ogu bamjanjaba yakira rundi noja kutunura no gamba ruhanga rwa mumpeire leka mukama leka koleki leka molere mukama neja mukama nwara mjanjaba abantu balumwa bene ntekereza kije nagamba mukama nwacho munyoka mukama no ya mumpeire hato no mukozereki no mukwasiza so abantu nosanga bene ntekereza kije kandi kutunga ntekereza kije kumasa tukujja ku bantu koraki ntukorakorana mbomezi bwaitu ujya kwikaliza ubwire bona mukama nwara akoraki mukama nwara akora kwa mukama no ya mumpeire ikinyonye nacho kakiriyo kakirya you understand so no sange kintu nk'ekyo nikitu affectinga muno okay daktari tindi kumanya atigambo cy'obumezi kiramuno abantu abagenda tindi kumanya abantu kiramuno obagamba manageable family they look at family planning yes hati aho kutikeza kwawe what is that managing your family twakirora kunu but is it connected to family planning?
Yes, otomuno. Family planning, it is also an indicator
of having a manageable family.
Yes. Akuba, once you don't have a family planning culture, then you are doomed. Akuba abantu abingi nosanga a day we earn ahansi y'omutwaro gumu. Bataito muno
akusanga tugamba hasi y'omutwaro y'enkumisatu.
So
majority of us nosanga ni 15 tezikugenda mu nsawo muno.
So it is so too risky okusanga ngu oli mukazi n'omusajja mwakaswerangana mwina abana babiri omwana omu and you are not planning about when to have the next child. So obukusanga otine family planning habit rundi culture nchija ku affectinga muno obunyakara obwire bwabisitwe bakana bazara ko kubakwenda. He sleeps with the woman and the woman gets pregnant bazara abana and you find they didn't have that wisdom kugamba ngu kat planningira abana ba abamu niho twazaliro nsango oli mwana 13 mwana wa 10 and which is very dangerous. So abazaire make sure obokubo ino mukazi oyino musajja make sure mu planning when to have a next child and abana binga abitkwenda kwantufuna no balira kufuna abana batano over planning kufuna abana batano when noja kubafuna dina which interval of time omwana okubanza noja kumufuna after 5 years after 2 years noja kubolinka because of okumara kusetting a goal. Once you set your goal ukagamba hati ntwenda to achieving a car and land within these 2 years hati omwana wakasatu naja kuja bwireke after this. So you make a planning notinga down with your wife you agree omuraenda musono kuteka omuntu wakasatu like omunywani mugambe for us kwesere we want to achieve this nimukahandika ogunaba wakaiso and you plan.
We cannot achieve it without you.
Yes.
Yes.
Arali tugira fundamental abantu abatkwataraho omukwekurakuraniza rundo omukuyamba family to make a step. Nosanga mwino omunywani no wabikarama bagambe no this way you are imwakwata guno muhanda tuguhikire busa mugaruka hano akuba murakwata guno nimujja kutomera kino na muno abantu abakuzira abaruze life. So obukuba ochire mu kukoleka make sure ngu family planning wagiteka mu nkora because oburazara huru mbwire butito kasangwe n'abana batano, it may hinder your plans na goals you may not achieve, because unoja kuwa waba convinced and all your minds are taken to look after those children and you may not achieve your goal.
Okay, hano tunawo Bible ni kigambo hoki. Tukora Ephesians 6:4 ni gamba, fathers do not exasperate your children, instead bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord. That is nurturing and guiding the children. So that is a family that is really in control. That they have to do the nurturing, they have to guide the children. Anambira abana bakusobya na kora kino no sanga na muragera ekima bintu ja kigira na topikende mukasumko maiso. Nurturing a child abukono ja kusanga umwana abana bakora no sanga umwana ugwengese zaina tizikwisane zanyina naisi no gambo ngo mwana kaba kitwe kano kikabaki umwana ukantaka nyo wise kantagireze ngeso nyo nyina kantagireze ngeso pako ngo mwana kitwekana and umwana wawe wenyine biological ubuno kwisana na kwisana beitu habogama ngo inyo abazaire mutarole umulimo gwanyu gumugwikize paka ikintu ekikakora kikalem. So that is the Ephesians. Then Proverbs 22:6 verse 6 negamba, start children off on the way they should go, and even when they are older they will not turn from it. So meaning that the parents have to do the guidance and the parenting from the time go abazere kintu ki omwana maraba mutire mu engesegyo naija kukura nayo paka akayire okuba kokozere akayira akamazire kukura baitu kakuba bo mukwasire kubi ekikumanyisa naija kurugamuki naija kuba narugwa mukubi. Leka turole 1 Corinthians 13:4-7 negamba, love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseverance. Love and the relationship in the family is like that. So in the family that we are looking at, that is really managing, where there is administration, there is a lot of patience, there is a lot of love, there is a lot of trust and honesty, where the couples have to sit down and say ekikumi ekyo kirikiti nkyongozere kandi tukikozese tuti nuko bakikoraki nuko bakikozesa. So tuliye tujja kumalira program yetu eno. What do you think would be the problem with or maybe what would be the situation of a family that is not in goal setting?
The problem ya family etali mu kusettinga objectives bwayo
etali akigendererwa
really you can't achieve it all. It will fail along the way. It will fail. I want you to imagine wakora eka and you don't something to achieve. You are just intercoursing with a woman. Umuroho is echokubanza naja obakuba kwetegereza bitu
noterana numuzara numuterana numusemererwa numuzara numuterana numusemererwa numuzara something like abana numuterana numuzara numusemererwa numuzara abana tubakusoma abana nabo bari mukuzana
noterana mukazi wawe numusemererwa mu kitabu nyencha numurwana because once just kuterana nakujya kubaho but nyencho mukazi najya kudemanding cyo kulisa abana
tokina
and you don't have
tone na sente zogura muhogo
yes.
hati aho mukazi mwatanga hata mutoka ntoruhira kugenda
alotime yokuhika even the sex intercourse won't be there
nabikwangira nagamba ukozera muri muke
rundi wo na appetite
na appetite na ne kaniyobora
because that love mwatandikire nayo yamaze yarugo but ubukusanga you have set your goal as a family you have something to achieve mwine ekintu kimukwenda kufuna mbwire obutaito rundi mbwire obwingo maiso, you will not go astray. You have a guidance, you have something that you want to achieve. Oine ekintu kikuguidinga. So family bwekubeeroho etiine ekintu kyekwenda kuachivinga, when you have not set objectives, then it is a failed family. Rundi ati nkebya hata nosanga omukazi he had just accepted to look after the children. Omukazi na omusajja
has not just accepted, but because of the condition,
is confined in the situation
that she cannot control.
She cannot leave the children. Akwankaleho nkomukazi mwana wange ina abana bisiki. He told me, doctor, I want to go, but now namukambo obora agenda hata abana abo bajja kuba bato akana ko tukaratwalenda akakali mu 12 years turaja kura katwirenda. What never for failed, but after I counseled her, she accepted the situation and narolera abana, because umusijja kabatina objectives taine kinte cha kwenda to achieve in 1 year, in 5 years, in 2 years, in 10 years. Tikiro ekikuru kunywa marwa akija semerirwe no mukazi is not having appetite na mukazi naruga mukitabo na mnyama mudeiro, bali in that situation. And there are so many families around because they failed to set objectives that they want to achieve in a certain period of time. Bitobo kuboli guided or in a kinte guidinga that you want to achieve such a kind of thing. So no sanga wakoraki, no sanga in a kinte chimafuna kandi na familia yanyu yabaho abana mwabarolera, everything goes in a line. Yes.
So in your last statement, what advice would you give to our viewers outside there about managing families?
Yes.
Or having a manageable family?
Yes. Nkomusija wena owalioku, we are called head of families. To need of a president, need of a chairman, baker. Obu tukuba to start taking decisions. To call upon our children, to call upon our friends, to call upon your wife. Sit down and make the guidelines, objectives, aims that you want to achieve in a certain period of time. Natueria. Sit down nkomusija amageza ginkuha, choose objectives, present them, make it to be your parliament. Jikolinka parliament yao be speaker be chairman wayo.
The family.
Yes. Then mukole objectives. Mugambe hati in 5 years time. Tuenda kwa tuine NTV, tuenda kwa tuine NTM, depending on your capacity. Trust me, noja kuija kuba musinguzi osange ngu you have achieved a lot of things, no singa no muntu owakwaninga 1 million a month bitutaine plan.
Actually,
yes.
Last week I was watching a documentary on one of the televisions. Niboleka omusaiza omukazi watungire sente za PDM akatunga emitwaro 95 baiti yaguraho embuzi ezo isatu. Embuzi isatu ezo byaziguzire yatandika kuzirolera kurungi. Embuzi zamara zakoraki zazara embuzi 2 ezaka 2 ziri mukaga tena za zino emwe kazali 3 za 10 yatunga embuzi 10 yarolera embuzi ezaliyo nazirolera obuzarugireho yatunda muki yatunda mu yagura hebyana byenkoko ebyana byenkoko obyatunzire yamara yagura muki yagura mu mwani yagura umwani yagubyara yabyara ikemu y'umwani ikemu aliyo narolera ikemu y'umwani yina enkoko zisigayireho enkoko za hata ziri makumi akatandika belewe ne enkoko 50 yatunga enkoko 50 yaruga yatundaho yagura 10 yobiyehera amagoba ya magoba gemtoro 9 niyo yagura hoki yagura hembuzi yayongera mugena maiso ezi yayongera gura kugobaho nizo yagenda nakoraki nagura umwani. So aina umwani aina sazo no ine enkoko watandike ne enkoko 50 ine enkoko 14 beti yagamba nomusija wanga akatena mulimo leka tukorhamu omusija basibukamu embuzi omusija ali mu mwani. So hati bino umwani bine enkoko bine naki baina
amasage enkoko
baina
mwani.
n'obusa.
Yes.
I mean
So,
baina n'embuzi. So n'orora ngu abantu okuchwa mukura hamwe bagamba bemkira omusajja nawe cyakakora kananywa amaro tarukufwayo bito na amaro yakwaraki
is now motivated.
he is motivated yari omukazi kike cyarukora nikirwaye nikijya maiso beikara beikiranganiza ati yachwame yagamba kankoreki kintu cyitwa katukora ikintu cyitwa kigenda maiso and the family is very happy.
Nkeka yone eryoku oboba oliyo karo omusijja wawe nagenda astray, please don't run away. Mukuma kumi mweto mwoleko omuhanda ngoli mukuruga ha muhanda igaruka hano tukole kinu fayo muno okuhabura omuntu wawo, because you have decided to make a family. Abamu mugeiserwe abamu you have made vows. So mukuma kume obwaraba nagenda kuno mugambere no what you're doing is wrong, leka tukole kintu kye right because hali kintu kikwenda kwa chivinga no bwakuba uli mukazi okara amino uli musejjo okara mukazi wawe is going astray. Mukuma kume make sure that you build a sustainable family. Yes.
Okay, ekigambo kyakyo kumanyira maybe hali abantu bitwa hero kwekyora wena kyona ekyo soko bagambe.
Yes.
Maybe ekyo bomezi obakyaki obakya kyo babuzi okumalira program eno.
Tukumalira program nimba encouraging to save. Make something that you have saved. Akire munsawo yawe, don't have a family okusanga ngu mwafuna omugenyi mwabura nakakoko kokumbagira. Rundi mwasanga you have got me as a visitor but you cannot buy for me soda. That is too bad for a family. Family yona nambereba egira hunka akantu akatito baragira kiki. So build that family.
Egirania ngonzi no kutangira.
Yes. Family etawa ajaya abantu. So making sure that my saving na akanta akataito omwana bakurwara ba able to pay something small, umafuna mugenyi tamwaswara umakora mukoleka. That is isobora kubagambira. Cha kabiri tuerinde sirime charoho kandi echeita. So ikiraba chona nokora make sure wachikora na caution. Runo
umusejja managing mukazi we.
Yes.
No mukazi managing umusejja we.
Yes.
Ingwe kintu kibara abantu bakora kiona. Umusejja warayitaga umukazi yamuhe. Umukazi ko warayitaga umusejja akimuhereza. Bitatu bwarayimo umukazi borimo umusejja akagenda ahero naleta akahuka. Umusejja borimo umukazi otamuhere ubwire bwagondizemu nagenda ahero naleta akahuka. Hata kumalira family n'mugimara abana basigana babona bajya kuri abana babatweke inyo mumazero kora kimaze kufa mubwire umuntu mugwe. So
mugire ngonzi
very, very important,
love one another, tugire ngonzi tugonza abana beitu, tugonza abasaija beitu, tugonza abakazi beitu. Life will be simple for everyone.
Okay, webale muno munyoro Robin Daktari abwakaire kanu kuva naitwe kandi twaika kumalira kwa program yaitu eno ya Family Clinic hano ha Fort TV kusima nambero obire no turolero kwa yehero abali mu UK abali mu US abali mu Uganda yaitu eno aba hano mu ruga Fort tubasima muno mwebale kuba muri na mugonza program zaitu zino kandi mweyongere no kutugonza osobora kutunga Fort TV no genda YouTube mubanoja kuba no kutunga runo no genda ha Google Play Store no downloading app ya Fort TV noja kuba no tunga Fort TV. Stay entertained kandi also genda ha your TV channels Afro Mobile and one noja kuba no tunga Fort TV mwebale muno kandi mbeire What Else TV and our program in a Family Clinic and tubasima kwika kiro cyakana ekindi saa ibiri tuli bantwija mu program ni yemu no mutwe ogundi murale kurungi mukama abalinde. Bye bye.